everyone, what's up? My name's Jessie and welcome to my channel. So this year when I asked my brother, what do you want for Christmas? He literally said to me, make me something cool, batch. So I did just that. This video is me showing you guys how I made him a planter out of an old receiver that I found at a thrift store. I'm just gonna start off very quickly, disclaimer, I am in no way, shape, or form like a woodworking profesh. Like, this is my first time using any of these power tools, minus the miter saw, so just keep that in mind. All right, okay, let's get into it. So this is the receiver that I'm going to be using. I got it at Value Village for I think $10.99 or $12.99. So the first step is obviously taking it apart. Literally this whole beginning part is just me undoing screws and undoing more and more screws. Now that the top is off, I'm going in and cutting all those wires and just anything that could be attached because I need to get that whole cluster of crap just out of the receiver. Okay, so I've cut out all the wires, I've taken everything out that I need to. The planter will be going on the left side, so everything on the right doesn't matter that it's still there. And there we go, the bottom is back on. Here we go again, as clean as I could cut it, and yeah. Right, so now the next step is I'm going to be drilling a hole into the top of the receiver. I can't get it. Good job. Neat! Okay, so that was the little hole I was making so I can get in there with the jigsaw. But as you can see, I did a very faint outline for where I'm going to be cutting, and it's about 5 inches by 5 inches. I got this pack of blades for the jigsaw. It was the only one that Home Depot had at the time when I went, and there's just one metal blade in there, but it worked just fine. There's the jigsaw that I'll be using. It's a DeWalt one, and I'm just gonna go in and cut along those lines that I made. Then I just did like a very quick half-ass sand around the side because the box will be going in there, so it doesn't really need to be perfect. For the box, I got this piece of oak plywood. I think it was a 2x2. And again, like I said, the box measurement is about 5x5, so I just measured that out and I went in with the table saw to give her a nice cut. Now I'm just measuring out each side of the box so I can cut it, and if we want to get specific, I'm pretty sure it's 5 3/4. And I'm just going in with the miter saw and cutting all 4 sides of the box. And now I'm going in to cut for the bottom of the box. I will have the measurements and all my supplies that I use down below in the description box. And then I ended up cutting these little thicker pieces of wood, 4 pieces. They're about 1/2 inch, just so the box is that much sturdier when I glue it together. Now I'm just taking some Gorilla Wood glue and I'm gluing those little thicker pieces of wood to 2 sides of the box. All right, and we are clamped and glued, and I'm gonna let that sit until the next day. Start. Whoa, look at that. Oh, focus. Oh, fucker. Come on now. Hello? This is lame. There we go. Here are the 2 side pieces. Again, glued the thicker 1/2 inch pieces of wood to them to make it sturdier. And now it's time to take that lovely Gorilla Wood glue again and glue all 4 sides of the box together. And there it is, she's secured and clamped, and I'm gonna let her sit for about 1 hour to 2 hours. The clamps are off, she is secured, looking cute. And now next up is to secure the bottom of the box on, and that is going to entail more Gorilla Wood glue. So I'm gonna go all along the sides and put some glue on there. And now I'm going to take the nail gun and I'm going right into those 4 1/2 inch pieces of wood that I had glued on. You'll see after I went a little rogue and the first nail did not go in straight and just sticks out on the side a bit, but it's okay, it's fine. Okay, and here's how my box is looking. There's that nail I was talking about, don't worry about it. Now I can't take credit for this part. My boyfriend actually made a little trim for the top of the box. He just used his router to make it like curved like that. So just to make it look a little prettier and finished. So now it's time for stain. I'm taking this ebony colored wood stain that I have and I'm just gonna do a very faint, thin stain along the trim of the box, just so the wood kind of matches the color of the front of the receiver. And then I'm taking this clear finish and I'm gonna go in, and I did 2 coats of that on the inside of the box just to kind of seal it and secure it for all the soil and water. And then I took some spray paint and I just did 3 coats of that on the top of the receiver, just because there were some scratch marks from the jigsaw, so I just wanted it to look crisp and clean. So here is the finished product of the box. I glued the trim to the top of the box. There's that dang nail again. I just put a little piece of tape on it so I don't scratch anything. I could yank it out, but I didn't want to ruin the box, so we're leaving it, okay? And then I also went in and did 3 coats of caulking around the inside and just 1 around the outside, just to really secure it so there's no water spillage whenever it's time to water the plant. Okay, we're getting there. Next step is screwing the top of the receiver back on. Now for the plant, I picked a bird's nest sansevieria, mostly because it's just like a low light, low maintenance plant, and like, no offense to my brother, I just don't trust him with something that's a little more high maintenance. So I'm just gonna go in and fill that box with some all-purpose soil that I had and plant that baby in. And to finish it off, I'm just taking some of this moss that I've had laying around. I think I literally used this in my skeleton planter video, and I'm just gonna put it around the top. There we go. She's looking cute, looking nice, and now it's time to place that baby back in and finish her off. Okay, yo, I just gotta toot my own horn for a second and say I freaking killed that. Like, I think that's one of the coolest things I ever made, and I'm just so freaking happy it turned out. Like, the whole time I was making it, I was a little nervous that just something was gonna go wrong, but it didn't, and it's just so sick, and my brother freaking loved it. So Jake, you're welcome, all right? Okay, I think I'm just gonna end this on that high note and just like ride this for a little bit because I'm just so proud of myself. So if anyone out there enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you, I don't know when. All right, later.